Hello, 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 hello. How is it going? I tweaked some sound stuff ever so slightly. I'm hoping it's a little bit better with the AC going today because I have the AC blasting. But I put a little something on. Hopefully it's better. But today we're doing this. This guy right here. I got everything set up. These are all of the different sand pushers. I'm recording this as a time lapse because I'm really hoping it works. But it should start to get pushed down and over. There might be like a timing issue here. Yeah. Okay, so we got to get the timing working first. Hold on. So we'll stop that. When it starts to get pushed is definitely like slightly a thing. Okay, let's see. Nope. Okay. So we gotta like turn it off for a second, then turn it on, and let's see if that works. Yes. Okay, good. Now, if we start recording, we should start to see the elevator go up. And then push over. Amazing. So in theory, the only spots that I would have to fill in are the 2 block gaps where each of these pushers are. But otherwise, this should be completely like self-going. Shouldn't have to do anything to fill in this entire quadrant over here. Master Explode. Hello. I did unfortunately end up having to create another sand elevator over here because I did the math on this step down, and where I came in from that side would have put me way too low. So I had to do another little goofy sand elevator to get it up to this height. I have no idea how long this will take because basically the issue here is that the sand has to come all the way up to here, fill all of this in at this height before this will push it down, and then the next section will start. And I'm bringing one sand over from the end at a time because there's not really a good way to do this with multiple sand at once. But the gravity duper in the end is going. I have my second account here. If we take a look at free cam, it's coming over here from the stronghold, going all the way up, and then through a conveyor belt system and being dumped into the end portal here. All vanilla. I have conveyor belts of sand duplicating from the end, coming over here, all in vanilla. This is going to take forever, and I'm okay with that. Now, I don't know how far away I can go and let this still run, so I'm going to be safe. And I'm going to work on starting to tear this whole thing down over here. It's definitely still going. Because all of this needs to go in order to have the ocean sweepers work once the 2 trenches on either side are done. That side's done. That side is completely done. This is just what's got to get filled in next. So I brought a bunch of shulker boxes over here so I could kind of save the materials. Damn, that's a very long way. Oh yeah. Basically, this is going to end up being a perimeter. In a very long time though. This is a very long-term project. I don't expect to be getting this done anytime soon. But I'm just glad that I can like fill in these trenches on the sides here automatically. I do not want to have to place all that sand. It would probably be faster, honestly, if I was placing the sand by hand. But it's more fun doing it this way with these crazy conveyor belt systems all the way around. I prefer the conveyor belts. I did the same thing over on that side. That's how I created the trench over there, was with conveyor belts as well. And it worked out. It just took forever. I mean, it's kind of getting there. It's gonna take a while, and I'm okay with that. I am more than okay with that. And if I get bored, I could always help it out and place some extra sand over there myself. But this was originally the area that I wanted to clear out to like make this look nice. But I decided if I'm gonna clear this whole thing out, I might as well go full on perimeter. So from that corner to that corner right there, once all this is cleared out, it's the size of a true perimeter. And then I could do some cool stuff in here. And it's pretty close to what's going on over there. And you can see the spawn island over there. And you can see faint glimmers of some of the structures over there. I don't think you could see the industrial district. I think you can see like a portal of the industrial district over there. My idea is this is far enough out in the middle of nowhere though, that I could send any items from any farms we do over here through the end to the main storage system in the industrial district. So I'm also going to get rid of this. I don't need this shulker farm here because we have a better one in the industrial district now. It's almost at the top of the water. Good luck with your build. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, man. Much appreciated having new people stop by. So do I want to keep this glass? I've gotten a couple bits of it here. Let's turn on hitboxes. See if any more over here are floated. I used the glass as kind of a template outline before, so I knew where I was placing the sand, and I placed it on the inside of it. But now it's just in the way. It's going to be a pain to get rid of this sand because it's underwater. I won't be able to just torch it down. Same thing with the stuff in the middle. Is this working? Am I close enough? I don't think I'm close enough over here to get guardians spawning. It's kind of a bummer. Oh, we're almost to the top of the water. It's kind of satisfying watching that fall. That's pretty good. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So I have mini hut on here so I could kind of keep track of where my chunks that I'm loading are so that I don't get too far away from this whole thing. I mean, if I could see it, I'm guessing it's being recorded. Probably. I need like a third camera account to just keep that loaded that I can record on. I'm not going to do that though. I've already bought this game more times than I should have. Do I have a third one? I can't remember. There's a chance that I actually do have a third camera account because at one point I bought Bedrock to try it out with when RTX was first released. And in theory, I think as a Bedrock owner on that third account, I qualify for Java. However, I may have used the same account to buy Bedrock and Java, so I have them both just purchased with the same account. I can't remember, which unfortunately would be a mistake if I did do that, which I probably did. Oh, it's made it. It's made it over the water. I guess that is going to be an interesting thing to see. Because none of this is really tested on this scale. That once it gets up to that height, that it does start filling in the next row. And I cleared a path of the seaweed and garbage down there, so that way there was nothing obstructing the sand from being placed. I could level it out eventually. Oh, I want to keep the totem on me. So as far as getting this sand out of here, I think the best solution I found is to like come down here and just spam click until it's done. Like that. Once I get to a hard surface like the diorite or whatever that I can do it on, it just kind of falls pretty quick from there. And I'm going to attempt to save some of the sand in order to fill in the gaps underneath these things, because there's going to be these 2 block gaps where the sand won't physically fall. I kept trying to figure out better ways to do it. Originally, though, there were 3 block gaps between these. I had other kind of crazy configurations, but this design turned out to be the best. It was the most compact. It would leave the least amount of area exposed, so I went with that. I did do a lot of testing. It was just on a very small scale. There's a bunch of extra sand over here. I guess we're going to get some gravel from this too, which is fine. But all this sand will help me fill in the areas underneath the mid pushers. So much sand. I have no idea how much sand is actually been hauled over from the end to do this so far. It's got to be quite a bit. I wish I had thought of this idea when I was originally emptying out the ocean monument. That would have kind of been cool. That would have been cool. I'm just going to do this till I run out of air, and then I'm going to go back up top. I don't know if I should really place the sand under the areas yet, because I would hate to screw it up in case there's some weird consequence that I'm not thinking about. Okay, it's almost up to the first level where the bed is. My bed is right there. Oh no. That would have been bad. Fix that. That's funny. Place a torch and everything goes wrong. Okay, so sand. We'll keep the gravel. Might use the gravel to level out a few of these really weird areas. That was another thing about how this whole design is working. Of course, that's not the one that actually got placed down. Is each of those pistons fires individually, so it doesn't matter if the land underneath is level or not. Whichever one gets to that height first will be the one that fires first, which I thought that was kind of like a nice little safety mechanism with how that works. I like that. I like it a lot. I don't want all... I don't know why I'm getting all this seaweed. I must have broken one, like, strand. Oh, kelp. Sorry, kelp. Stupid kelp. I want to make sure I'm over there when that starts to get pushed to the next layer. Down we go. Yeah, I did this in a bad order because I didn't know what I wanted to do originally. I had like a rough idea when I was placing this, but that was before I had the idea to do the perimeter. And it just made more sense. If I was going to clear out so much of the area, I should just make a perimeter. I have like really wild dreams of also removing all the bedrock at the bottom of this perimeter. I don't think that is going to happen, but we'll see. We will see. There's like kind of bedrock moving flying machine type things that I've been doing research on that could make that possible. But that might be like way too difficult of a project for me. I have plenty of resources now, at least, though. I have so much stuff. The amount of observers and pistons I had to make just for this whole thing, I will have plenty of those. And I've been working on getting a bunch of slime. It's been great. Oh, it's so close. Look at all this sand. I'm going to have so much sand. I'm keeping all of it. And mostly because I might end up smelting into glass or turning a lot of it into sandstone. That was my other idea. You never know. I mean, it's being produced. We made the duper to produce it, so we might as well keep it. I feel slightly attached to it. We're not quite close enough that I should go over there and keep an eye on it yet. But we are getting there. I'm not sure how much of the inner area I can take down. I'm like slightly worried because if I take that down, I mean, I'm going to have to, but I want to wait as long as possible because I don't want a bunch of guardians to start spawning around the edge. I'm pretty sure the bounding box is where the sand is. So there is a chance where the sand is where I'm pretty sure the water will go into and not one block further. But I think there's a chance that guardians might end up spawning there. We could actually do a test of that. So if I were to just do a test in this corner real quick. So if I were to do this. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Okay, so the water goes right where the sand was. Oh, no, it did end up flowing over. Goes one in. We'll see if guardians spawn inside there. Okay, moment of truth. This next push, well, after this one, it should go to the next row. So it goes there. Great. This gets filled in. You can see the sand coming. Bloop, 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 bloop. And then it should start doing the next row. Come on, Betsy. One more. One more, baby. Boop. Amazing. Perfect. Okay, so that's going. Now let's fly over here and see. Okay, no guardians did spawn there yet, so could also just be too small of an area. I don't want to push it. I don't want to push it, so we'll just kind of leave it as it is for now. We'll leave it as it is. That seems to be working well. Why can't I... Oh, I have to go under further. Yes, that is looking very good. So one row. Hold on. I should time that. I'm going to do this. It's a little high, but this is going to be an average. Stopwatch. Start. We're going to see how long it takes to get all the way up there. And that's like worst case scenario since it goes down. I believe it's 128 blocks, maybe? So from here, what is this coordinates? So this is 887 to, please hopefully don't go out of render distance. I don't think I will. 887 minus 628 minus 12 is 247. I think we're still good over here. So 247 lines of this times however long it takes to get up here, knowing that it will be shorter the further along it gets. So once we get the full amount of time, we'll do some math and see how we do. I mean, if it's like 10 minutes per, that's going to take a while. But at least I'm not having to do it by hand. The only thing I'm having to do by hand is to get rid of the mistakes that I've made. Which is fine. And we just got to be careful about unloading that area. I need like one more camera count. My other camera account has to stay in the end or all that stuff would get backed up. Encrypted, how does my audio sound? I have the fan from my AC on full blast, and I ended up just doing some tests and trying to EQ in OBS on my other computer on top of Minecraft sound, and it didn't seem to mess with the Minecraft sound too much, but I feel like I was able to get rid of the high end where the fan sound was. So I'm hoping it sounds better. But who knows? I did some monitoring of it when I was like messing with it. Sounds fine to you? Okay, excellent. Good. Good. Okay, so I like warmed it up just a hair too. Oh my god, so it's not even like halfway. That's 2.5 minutes. I'm very curious to see how long that takes. I have built my contraption for my sand escalator over here. Escalator? No, it's not really an... Well, I guess it's kind of an escalator because it's going downhill. I made it as thin as possible since each of these 2 columns here won't obviously be able to get sand underneath them. So I tried to figure out how tight I could make it, and this is what I came up with. And then so I don't have to level out the floor, each of these pistons fires individually, so whenever any of the lines get too long, it'll still work without issue. I'm hoping for the most part it's fairly uniform, but we'll see. I'm timing out how long it takes to fill up a single slice. There's 247 slices overall. I would have to subtract out the 2 for each of those, but we're going to just do it on the worst case scenario, how much time it will actually take once we figure out how much time it takes per slice. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I think it's probably going to be anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes per slice. So probably a couple days to fill in the whole area, excluding the fact that as it comes further down, the slices aren't as tall. But we will see. But we're getting there. We are getting there. Yesterday morning before I went into the city, I worked on putting all of that together. So many observers and pistons and redstone lamps had to be created for that monstrosity. At one point I had thought about trying a flying machine idea, but nothing I came up with was working well. So I'm also even like not 100% sure that the thing that I built will definitely work, because I didn't test it on a big enough scale. But I'm like fairly confident. I'm hanging out in this area because I'm also recording as a replay file, and I don't have any more camera accounts to like keep this area loaded. So much sand. Just tearing this thing down. This must be a really straight edge for me to be able to just keep going like this. Okay. I don't get too far away. Not quite halfway there. I think maybe 15 minutes is fairly accurate. Fairly accurate. Why am I stuck? Get up. Get up. 15 minutes per slice. Yikes. It's a slow process, that's for sure. What? Why did I get shoved under? Why did that happen? I should go collect all of this before it starts to despawn. This is still going, right? I really hope that's staying in render distance. I'll start going more this way after I pick all this up. I want to make sure it's working. I think part of it is also in the spawn chunks, potentially. So that might be helping. It's like right... No, I think the spawn chunks ends like here. It's right on the edge of being like always loaded. I wanted to make sure a part of this whole thing was always loaded, and that far right corner over there is always loaded. In case I want to do something that needs to have the spawn chunks going the whole time. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Any more? Any more floaters? No? We're good? Okay. Let's toss this here. We'll move this over here. And we'll start working on this section. We'll go to like over here. Why is there like double layers of glass? I guess oh, probably just to make it easier to place the sand, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it's made it out of the water, which is more than halfway. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm still saying 15 minutes though. I'm starting to hate block stream conveyors, whatever you call them. The conveyor belts? You hate my conveyor belts? Oh, but they're so cool. I've done so many different variations. Oh, not mine? Wait, just in general? Oh, are you using them to like get the dirt and wood away from the dirt farm you're working on? The conveyor belts, it's interesting because you definitely need those to really push stuff around. But there's so many different... Was trying to move stone in. Okay. There's so many different ways to do them. I mean, in this system alone, I've ended up with... I probably figured out 4 different ways to move stuff like that. But I was trying to use the double piston one. The double speed one. Yeah. That one might be interesting. And it goes double speed but weird timing or something and nothing works. Yeah, it would probably be a little bit tricky to try and pull the stone over where you want it to go properly. But that's the fun of it. Oh, I missed somebody following me 11 minutes ago. How did I miss that notification? Well, Alice323, if you're still here, thank you for the follow. I can get it to push up from below, but I can't get it to go sideways. Timing is one of the hardest things with that. Like, I was going tick by tick trying to figure out how to push things. I had to use carpet mod when I was designing like this whole thing. I had to use carpet mod to actually figure out exact tick timings to make things work. But as far as I can tell, it's like you need to do like subticks or something. You might, and that's what this weird contraption that I have is. This whole thing. I have a schematic for it, but basically this right here creates like a half tick. That's why this exists. It creates a half tick difference between the redstone signal here and the redstone signal here, which makes it able to push this up, but still have enough time to push this over before it falls. I can't find a contraption where you go take a block from the bottom and push it sideways. Take a block from the bottom and push it sideways. Fast enough to keep up. Oh, okay. You might have to either invent it yourself or it might not exist. We are at almost 11 minutes and we are still not there. I'm holding doubts about my 15 minutes. Do you need it to be as fast as Il Mango's though? Like, have you found that would benefit you? Okay, just for fun, I spent several hours trying to figure out. Oh no. Oh my. I love that aspect of this game, honestly, though. Getting lost and trying to figure out like a weird engineering feat has always been something really fun for me. Is this now why okay, why interesting. Why did that occur? Have double block speed doubles the speed. Does it though for what you're trying to do? Can you actually get the saplings to grow fast enough and get everything converted fast enough to do it? I made my own version that works as a 2 wide, but I want to do more than that. It has to be tileable. Yeah, the main limiting factor is how fast you can replace the stone. Really? Kind of surprising to me. But I guess that's cool, at least, if you can figure out that last little aspect of it. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I want to see, like, I don't know why this one stayed so clearly outside the box. I think it's because I started removing the sand from below, maybe? I want to keep the border there because I think, actually, we can just do this. We can do this. We can do this, and we can do overlay structure. Yeah, so if I could keep the water on the outside, like that column, then I don't have to worry about guardians spawning. Overlay structure. I think that's the thing. Did you see? I like, honestly, I'm about to give up and go back to 2 wide strips on the side. But replace the stone from the sides. I think if it's making it too complicated, the goal with it should be to do something simpler. And if it is becoming too complicated trying to do it, then I would just go back to keeping on the sides. So you can replace 13 at once. You can place 13 pieces of stone at once. How much stone, how much podzol are you removing at once, though? Are you removing 13 bits of podzol to make it worth it? Okay. It's totally going to be 15 minutes. I almost nailed that estimate. Probably, potentially 26. 26? Oh, is that how much gets converted total? That's pretty wild. Are you like... See, the problem with my farm is that... wow, 15 minutes exactly. Boom. Okay. Problem with my farm is that a lot of the podzol gets pushed over because I'm only pushing out 2 strips of podzol at a time. So it gets converted back over to moss each loop. That's just that's the max. Yeah, I'm getting 16 podzol per loop or something like that. Okay, so the question here is if I do this from the bottom, will it stay going straight down? Let's see here. If so, then I'm going to keep doing this from the bottom to keep a clean edge. Yeah, oh, look at that. That's nice. Okay, so we'll just keep doing this from the bottom. My old version was getting potentially 24 per loop. And then I guess the other question is how long was each loop? So hopefully this whole thing is outside the spawn box of this. Okay, now the next question is 15 minutes times 247. This is like the most overestimation. Is 3,705 minutes divided by 60. 61.75 hours. Divided by 24. Basically 2.5 days of running this thing. With it having to generate stone 3 times at double speed to replace the stone. Did you at all look at the version that El Mango, the dirt farm that El Mango made? He doesn't have a tutorial for it, but the one that is part of his Skyblock series. Okay, so let's just confirm that this works. Let's take down another column. We'll go down here. And we'll do this. And see if we can make a nice curtain. And if that holds... Oh, it's so good looking. Oh, it's so good. Very nice. Very, very nice. And they can't generate in there. It's perfect. Not really. I'm just curious to see how close yours is becoming to what he did. Okay, so we're not getting any guys spawning, so we can take down this whole thing. Be funny if they ended up the same. Well, I'm pretty sure he used two. Kind of want to keep doing it and see. He definitely, yeah, I would see. I don't think they're going to, because I think the way that you're going to end up removing the leaves and the moss stuff is going to be different than what he did, based on what I've seen of your current design. But that could change. So I'm curious to see how yours ends up at the end of the day. Wait, did all of this float under here? Why is it floating under here? That's weird. No float under there. Oh, now why did that one leak over the edge? I was doing so well, but then I got this random one. I can't have it leaking over the edge because that kind of has the potential for spawning guardians, which we don't want. I might have just gone too fast. So annoying. Oh, the sun just came out in full force. I thought it was supposed to be rainy all day. Oof. My eyeballs are on fire. I can't see around the curve. Oh, it's still going. Fill this in. And hopefully take it down and we're good. The ultimate goal with this perimeter is to have this kind of waterfall effect on all of the sides. I think that'll look sick. Okay, so that's fine. If you could like see past the perimeter into the ocean, I think that'd be amazing. Hey, did you watch Doc's video? That TNT flying machine that he made might be what I end up doing to create the perimeter. I'll probably end up using the one that is like just goes back and forth and inches over one block each time. But man, that is a really, really cool way of doing a perimeter. I really like that. It makes it a lot simpler than having to make like an entire world eater. Obviously a world eater would be faster, but I think I don't need something that crazy because I'm already kind of lower in the ground since I'm like taking out a decent amount from the ocean. Since I'm going to be starting at, what is this potentially? Why? I'm already at like Y37 once I remove the ocean. So, don't know. Yeah, watch his video. I honestly was surprised at how quick he was able to recover. Okay, cool. Toss this in. I think I'm almost filled here. That one's full. Okay. What? Actually, I think I could stick some more glass in there, maybe? I don't know. Where did this shulker box come from? Apparently I grabbed a shulker box that had stuff in it, and I do not remember doing that. I didn't think it would take him too long. I didn't think it would either, but it definitely seemed shorter than I was expecting. The ability to make a flying machine that automatically moves over was something I never really thought about before. And so the fact that that exists is really cool. Something died here. Multiple somethings died here. There's a bell, a silk touch hoe, and frostwalker boots. I need none of that. I'm very curious to see if he actually does end up enacting some sort of revenge down the road. he said he would, but at the same time, I also, he started to talk about that mini game he wants to do. I have a feeling he may just let it go. Or he may do something further down the road. I don't think there's going to be any immediate retaliation for a hot minute. Oh my. Am I being attacked? No, I just took suffocation damage or something? Not sure what happened there. I need to get rid of the magma blocks. The magma blocks need to go away. Third row's almost there. I guess... How long has it been recording for? An hour and 40 minutes. I guess I should let it go for like the entire stream, potentially. I don't know if that might be an excessively large replay file if I let it go the entire stream. This is working. I'm close enough that this is functioning again. I'm going to totally redo this thing once I make the perimeter too. I have some other ideas using the nether portal slicing mechanics. I might do something like that and make the farm like even crazier by getting rid of the guardians through the nether and then cycling them back through just for like efficient speed. But I haven't decided yet. We'll see when this is done. And I'm going to have to come up with some sort of on-off switch because I'd like them to not spawn if I want to do other stuff. It's almost nighttime. How we doing? How we doing? Very good. Very, very good. I wonder if there would be a way to do this with blocks that weren't gravity blocks. I don't really know why you'd want to do that, but you need something to be able to... So that pushes it over, and then you need something to push it down? I guess you could push it down. Weird. So you could probably make a system like this that uses... I'm going to run out of XP for my wings. That's going to be an issue. If I can't leave this area. Rockets. I have plenty of stuff to make more rockets. And minus sugar cane, I have... within the radius, the mob farm right over there. I guess I could go killing squid and fish. Like, to repair it. Is anything else going to try and be repaired? Kill a bunch of fish for repairing my elytra. That works, right? Yay! Sorry. I can't believe how much that repaired it. The real challenge is going to be how it works there. So it goes to this one, and then it goes to that one. But when it's two of these chained together, that's what I don't know. Don't know how well two of them chained together is going to be. Okay, we'll leave the netherrack. I just want the sand. Just want the sand. That's all. Okay. I think I might have to remove the bottom of this ocean monument. Maybe, maybe not. I'm gonna have to figure out the ocean sweeper height. Hopefully this one is fine. Let's see. No, why did that one do that? Do I have to do it from this height? Okay, that one's good. That one's good. I don't know why I got this random goofball here. I guess every once in a while it's going to be a pain in the butt. I want to clear the sight lines here, so I can see that when I'm working over there. Oh, what's happening? I'm getting suffocation damage again. The sand be falling on my head and it's giving me brain damage. Okay, so we'll do what we did before and just zoink. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do this, fill it in, keep it clean. Lovely. So at some point today, Impulse, Skiz, and Tango are doing a group live stream over at Impulse's house where they're doing the hot sauce challenge thing. I had like debated just going and watching that whenever that started. I don't know when it was supposed to start, but I was watching, I don't think till like 3 o'clock. Yeah, they're not on right now. I was watching Impulse's last VOD on... I did. And apparently that wasn't... So what he was saying on this VOD was that wasn't actually the real hot sauce, like the hot sauce. Apparently the ones that those guys used, they didn't sell. And so like Impulse contacted the company and was like, hey, I want the real stuff. And so he got the real hot sauce, and that's what they're doing today. And they're supposed to be live streaming at the 3 of them together at Impulses. So I'm very curious to see how that goes. Okay. What happened there? Oh no. Did this become an ink farm somehow? Oh my. Dangerous. Oh, it's almost to the next level. Okay, so let's see. From this height, do we do better? Yes, we do. How does this one work? Oh no. Oh, Sheboygan. Oh. I have made a grave error by taking this corner out. I guess we'll leave the corners for now. Oh boy. The specific version? I think so. I think it's the specific version. I think he said it was like something like Hot Sauce Evolution or something. And it's supposed to be very, very hot by comparison. Okay, so I screwed up relatively badly here. I guess we're going to try and fix this. They seem to change it out with different seasons. It sounds like they just weren't selling this other hot sauce because they were worried it was too hot. So I'm very curious to see these guys do it. They were talking about who would handle it the best on this stream. I think it was his glimpse stream that he just posted on YouTube yesterday. Oh my gosh. This sucks. Okay, so am I making it worse doing this? What is going on? I feel like it's almost making it like it's filling it in more. Okay, so this time we don't do the corner, I guess. Maybe I should, once I do this, use sponges to remove it all. I'm gonna run out of sand. Link. I myself am not good with spices. I went to this Indian restaurant in New York City yesterday, and I thought I've gotten better with like Indian spices, but no, I was a sweaty mess. My face was very much so on fire. It was rough. I think I just don't like how Reapers taste. The peppers. I'm not a huge hot sauce person. Like, I can do spicy food. Like, I can do wasabi. Wasabi doesn't bother me. Like, maybe it's just because I've built up a tolerance to like Asian spice, but for whatever reason, I'm not good with like hot pepper spices. You like spicy stuff for the most part? I think I really think it just depends on the type of spice. I'm getting better at Indian spice. I think I'm the worst with Mexican spice because I feel like Mexican spice is all just heat. For me, it's just heat. There's no flavor. I like hot that goes away fast, not slow build. Yeah, I guess that's probably better because you get more of the flavor from it. I think that's where wasabi's gotten good with me, is because I actually enjoy the wasabi flavor now. But I have not gotten good at like Mexican spice or anything. Yeah, I think if I do this and then I just take some sponges and we try this again without doing the corners, we should be fine. If I can get this other row in before night, we can grab those sponges and just sponge the wall. Sponge the wall. Minecraft is so weird. Generally prefer Thai food over Indian food. I agree with that. I do enjoy... There's more variety of Thai food that I like over Indian food. But my gosh, give me like a shrimp tikka masala or makhani and I'm in heaven. Those are like the two Indian dishes that I can do and really enjoy. Okay, I got a stack of sponges. So we'll sleep and we'll sponge the wall. But as far as Thai food goes, a shrimp pad Thai all day, any day. So good. That peanut sauce, oh, phenomenal. Phenomenal. I wonder if I could fly by sponge the wall. Let's see here. Zoop. And then whether or not we'll actually... No. Wait. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, boy. Interesting. 4. This is going to be a mess, isn't it? Oh, no. It's kind of working. We just have to be, like, smart about placement. Cool. It worked. Better than placing sand. Yeah, I feel like I can generally get most anything on a time menu and be happy, but I have to pick and choose with Indian. Yeah, I've been trying to get more adventurous with Indian food. I'm just not quite there yet. And I really think it all has to come down to my spice tolerance with their food. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to... I guess we're going to like parkour between these. Kind of? No, we failed that miserably. Blup, 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 blup. Just going to fly up and smack them. Ow. Okay. All good. Zoop. Oh no! Well, I have 2 more, right? Because I had a stack. Great. Okay. That's our sponges back. Let's put those away. I have wet sponges. That's a problem. I should probably wet the other sponges so that way they stack nicer in here. Oh, no. Okay. So let's do... That's that. That's that. Are those wet or dry? Those are dry. And then we'll do wet. sponges, and we'll just have to remember we have to try those. I think that makes sense. Great. So let's try this again and see how we can do it so that doesn't happen. I'm pretty sure as long as I leave this, we're okay. Because that corner touching is what screwed it all up, right? Okay, so that's nice. And then if I do this... Yeah, so I just have to leave the 4 corners till the end. And we should be okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm going to do every other. Good. And fill in the middles. Cool. We're getting our wall of water back. I'm going to have to do something like this out of glass, I guess, for the full perimeter, maybe? Potentially? To keep the corners from not filling in? I'm not sure. Now this time, there isn't any water filling in, which is kind of nice. How's that doing? Not quite all the way over there yet. This little boundary here. We're going to just get rid of this so we're on seafloor. Don't touch that one. We touched that one and bad things. What the heck? That like... oh, there's another one. They're like flowing and shooting right over the edge. That's kind of funny. Bloop, 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 bloop. Nice. It is really cool that it's like this wall of water. Link. Just do that. Just send all the sand this way. You know what? I do need to put a lot of this away though, because I think my inventory is overflowing. Yeah, so that's that. And then we should grab this shulker box over here. We'll keep putting it in here. No, give me the shulker box back. Man, yeah, if I break just one block is over. Bad things happen. So I gotta be very careful. How's that doing? Almost to the next layer. Let's get in there. It's getting there. Way more than enough sand to fill in the areas underneath those gaps. And I'm hoping that maybe I could even do that. Like when it gets to the layer in front of that one, I could start filling in potentially. Okay, that's full. It's full. Very nice, very nice. Make sure that doesn't come down on my head. I also don't want to have 2 of them come down at once because I might run into an issue of infinite water source. Yeah, if that was glass, that would actually look really cool. That would look really cool. I like that it's flowing water too. I definitely like that it's flowing water. Like if I did it with a glass border and didn't see this flowingness, I don't think it would actually look as cool. There's something about it flowing that's just extra cool. Yay, all of the sand. Is there a bunch under here? Yeah, there totally is. Grab all that. Stacks upon stacks upon stacks. Amazing. And so far, this time, no real error. Is that a chunk border? Oh, that's annoying. How do I clean up that render issue? There's like a weird glob between the chunk borders with the water. Huh. I wonder if there's a way to get rid of that rendering issue. I don't like that. That doesn't look nice. I want it to be pristine. There's gotta be like a mod out there to fix that. B-Dubs just did his episode on his Guardian farm, and I gotta admit, whatever mod he used to make those clouds look the way they did was amazing. What was it? What was... What? Oh, the like line in the water? Yeah, it's so that right there. It is actually a chunk border. But I don't know why it renders like that. It's really weird. I think that's a sodium artifact. Same problem with glass. Oh, it's sodium. Silly sodium. Silly sodium. That's unfortunate. Because that would be nice if that wasn't there and it was just crisp. Oh well. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Oh, almost up to the next layer. It's getting there. Am I using version 5? Let us see. Guessing I think I'm using 5.2 sodium fabric MC 1.20 through 1.20.1 5.2. Yeah, I just upgraded a lot of my mods and did a fresh install. I guess not. I had one of my hard drives, like some of the files started to get corrupted on it, the one that I was recording the block breaking stuff on. So I went out and got a new hard drive, copied everything over to it, and now I'm using the SanDisk like smart scan and did a complete clean format just to see if the hard drive is still usable and if it was just like a read or write error at some point that screwed it up. But I spent all morning copying over a bunch of stuff to the new hard drive and then doing like a really hard format on the old hard drive. But it corrupted a little bit of one of my multi-MC instances too. So I started a fresh multi-MC instance, moved over the replay files that were not corrupted. It was a whole thing. I'm really worried about using this hard drive still, so I'm like scanning it with everything I can to see if it was just like a one-off error and I could still use it. I really should have like a backup drive, but I don't know. I've never found really good software, and I've tried a decent amount of software that will actually like back up a folder cleanly and like always keep 2 folders updated. So much sand. Did I stack out the gravel? No, let's stack out the gravel. This is so cool. This is actually really cool looking that this is a thing. I was thinking I could also with the perimeter walls where there is no water, use concrete powder and bring concrete powder duped from the end in like a pattern design, which don't know how to do that. Probably some sort of repeater system so that what color comes through at a different time, and it places it just like this around the perimeter, and then all I would have to do is get a water bucket and I would have like this crazy concrete colored perimeter. If I drop sand, if I drop concrete powder into water, does it instantly turn into concrete when it hits the surface or when it lands on the bottom? Let's do a quick experiment because I don't actually know the answer to that. Let's go get some of that gravel and let's drop some over the edge and see what happens. We're gonna do an experiment because I could always just keep the, you'd guess at the bottom, not sure. For science, oh geez, we're doing this for science. The next layer has started. Okay, we need a piece of dye. Let's do orange. Set this down. Okay, so at the bottom or when it hits the water. Ha! Look at that. Okay, so I can't drop it directly next to the water because it would instantly do that. It's a fun little experiment. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that clogging up my inventory. Very interesting. Science is fun. Let's put that back. Let's put this back. Wonder how it does the check for that. I have no idea. It has to be surrounded by water then, because otherwise I guess it would have converted like when it hit. Well, I guess it's not physically touching water at this level. Only this level is a touching water because water is technically 2 pixels below. It's very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. We'll keep an eye on this insanity for a minute. Hockey-dokie. So, my hope is that if I run this over the weekend, I can start working on the water sweepers come next week. That's kind of the ultimate goal here, is to get this done so I can do the water sweepers, which would be nice, because my golly, am I absolutely freaking sick of transporting sand from the end. Okay, can I do this? I can. Look at that. I thought this was going to take a lot longer to get rid of this. And if I can get the water sweepers done in like 2 weeks or so, then a month after that, I could get the perimeter stuff done. We're just going to get rid of all of this because it can't be here. If this is here when I start like blasting everything, this will not get blasted. Still going strong. Still going strong. How many more? We got 2 more before we see if the actual conveyor belt aspect of it works. It is wild how much bigger this is from the initial area to this circle to what I'm actually doing. This thing is freaking huge. I'm debating also making some sort of system on the spawn island over there to collect any gravity duped item and then send it through the nether to the bulk storage system that's on the industrial district. Although I want to wait and see if they get rid of gravity dupers in general, which they might be if they are making sand renewable in the next update. So I'm kind of waiting before I make that commitment until then, because I have a feeling that's all they need to do to get rid of sand duping, to get rid of gravity duping. Make sand renewable, and then there's not really much you can do, because gravel's already renewable. You make sand renewable, you make concrete powder renewable then, and there's no need for gravity dupers. Now, I don't think I'd be able to do what I did here with whatever method they're going to use, unfortunately. But who knows? Maybe I'll figure something out. It just might be even slower. Who knows? I'm stuck in swim mode again. Why do I keep getting stuck in swim mode? That's super weird. Super weird. If I go to here, people would still be mad about the TN duping if they took duping away. So I think they can take sand duping away without TNT, getting rid of TNT duping, since they're 2 very different mechanisms. And I think they won't get rid of TNT duping until they figure out how to either deal with tileable entities, movable dispenser mechanisms, basically. People will be mad about TNT if duping goes away. They'd need to add movable tile entities. Yes, I think it's the same bug under the hood. Or maybe that's carpet. Well, I think... I think gravity duping is different from TNT duping, though. I think gravity duping gravity blocks is very different from duping TNT blocks, because you need the end portal to do those. TNT is a gravity block though. But it's not like you can stick sand in the same position as TNT and have it get duped. You know what I mean? I don't think it's the gravity portion of it that makes it dupable. I think it's the transition from block to entity that makes it dupable. Where the gravity duping with the end, it is in entity form when it goes over an end portal. I think there's a problem with how you activate the falling with the sand to get it to dupe in the same way. But the sand isn't falling through... Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. It feels different to me. I'm just not sure if you can fix one without the other, though. I see what you're saying. I know if you have a TNT... If you have TNT duping... If you have TNT duping on, you have carpet duping on. Not sure about the sand. I don't know. There's so many different types of like TNT dupers out there that I assumed that was a completely different function. Like you have the TNT dupers that work with dead coral. You have the TNT dupers that works with, what is it, snow golems and mine carts. You have the ones that are done with just observers and pistons. They're all the same bug. They're all the same bug. They're just exploiting though. We don't have TNT duping, but we have dragon egg duping on Bedrock. Hey, how's it going, dude? Haven't seen you in a while, but hello, welcome. You actually can dupe dragon eggs on Bedrock. Can you dupe gravity blocks like sand? Is that a possibility, or is it just dragon eggs? I'm using the gravity duping ability to basically, we can dupe any gravity block. Okay, you can. I'm using it to make this giant sand conveyor belt that's bringing sand from a gravity duper in the end and filling in a perimeter over here using drip leaf. Oh, interesting. Weird. Using drip leaf? Huh. That is a very interesting bug. I don't know Bedrock, so I've never heard of that. So you can do any gravity block. Wait, can you dupe suspicious sand? Actually, can you get suspicious sand like we can? So in Java, we can get suspicious gravel and suspicious sand using cobwebs. Are you able to actually obtain those in Bedrock? Drip leaf is one of those things I never think to use. It is a very specific use case, but I've never thought about it in terms of a duping mechanism, though. I think so, but not sure. That's one thing I had tried to figure out on Java, is if there was any sort of way to duplicate suspicious gravel, or specifically suspicious sand, because I like the way suspicious sand looks as a texturing element. But you can't dupe, as far as, oh, it's a lightning storm. As far as like how we dupe sand and gravel and those kind of gravity blocks, it doesn't seem to work with the suspicious stuff, because the second it starts to fall, it breaks. And I've tried so many weird mechanisms to get it to work, but I have not tried drip leaf. That might be something that I will have to look into, because I wonder if that might delay when it breaks, potentially. Very interesting. I'd love to be able to get a bunch of those blocks. If even possible. Probably not. Probably not. I'm glad that you can get them, but I highly doubt I can duplicate them. Or make a farm of suspicious gravel or sand. Not possible. I'm gonna guess. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm gonna now have to look up drip leaf duping though, and see if there is any videos on that with suspicious stuff. Oh, gotta get rid of all this preemptive border I made that is too small now. My plans became a lot bigger than what they initially were. Oh god. Please stop pushing me underneath the blocks. I need air. 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 Thank you. We're so close. I think we're on the last slice before I really see if this mechanism works. Yeah, so this will fill up to here. This will then connect to the sand. And then on the next push, it should push onto this, which will fire them. Push onto this, fires them. And then starts falling there. There's a world where it falls one block further. Is this my own private server? It's not like, I mean, it's not a private server. I have other people who like are Minecraft players who I have been around for a while who have asked to join, and I've let them on here. Like where is it? This base over there, that whole thing, I did not make that. There's at least 3 other people who regularly jump on and play on here. My wife plays on here sometimes. There's that weird base over there one of my friends made. So it's not really a private server. It's more like a community server, if anything. But there's only, like I said, there's only like 4 of us who are regularly on here playing. I'm very curious. I really hope that works. This is going to be the first full-scale test of that. Had to go look it up again, and I think you're right. It isn't the gravity portion of the TNT that causes the dupe with the TNT dupers. I didn't think so. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the transition to activation. It's a bug with pistons. It got really dark in here. Okay. I can't, which is why fixing it fixes carpet duping and rail duping. Okay, but there are, I guess yes, that does make sense actually thinking about it, because every design uses some form of pushing, whether it's directly or indirectly, the TNT. The flying machines don't directly push the TNT. It's done by slime blocks pushing it, which is, in my head, I always think of the TNT duping with the slime blocks. But I guess it's just an extension of that. It's been a part of Java forever. Don't think Mojang is going to ever fix it. They will. They already have the code to do it. They've stated that they won't fix it until they have a good substitute for it. Yeah, they've all got a piston somewhere in the duper, I think. Yes, 100%. That makes sense when thinking about it like that. It's kind of like they will fix gravity duping for like sand and gravel and powdered concrete in Java once they make sand renewable, and they've stated that. So they just have to, they're just working on the ways to actually make it so that the things that those bugs not fix but help with are still physically possible. So with TNT dupers being able to use flying machines to carpet bomb, if they can make sand renewable, then getting TNT is not a big issue. And if they did something like movable tile entities like you guys have on Bedrock, then theoretically there is no reason to leave TNT duping. Right now it's just in there so you could have flying machines that drop TNT. I wonder if they fix quasi connectivity's got to be too different. That's got to be a different type of bug. I was just thinking, like, if they fix the piston bug that causes TNT duping, if that would get rid of quasi connectivity. You think quasi is here to stay? I've read some interesting conversations about quasi connectivity. There were some topics on the SciCraft Discord. I think with like Nembomb, Ilmango, Methods, and King B. And they were talking about either trying to figure out a way to introduce quasi connectivity into Bedrock by having like a piston that you could make quasi connectivity-able, and then fixing it in Java and doing the same thing. They've talked about ways that they might in the future try and work around that, but still have that as an ability. I don't think that would be anything that they would deal with in anytime soon. If it was configurable, that would be nice. That's what they were talking about trying to do. Almost like you craft a piston with... what was the example? It was like... This could be wrong, but I think it was like a shard. And was it a shard? An amethyst shard or something like that? And that turns it into a quasi-connectivity piston. And then you can add, slime to it to make it a sticky piston. That way it's a feature that you can like choose to have or choose not to have. I just don't think they'll remove it. I don't think so either. They were just talking, I think the conversation was more leaning towards if we were to remove it, or if we were to try and introduce it to Bedrock for parity's sake, how would they do that? But they don't want to break all of these redstone systems that almost function or need it to function, you know? There's so many systems that work off of quasi-connectivity. But I don't know that it works as intended with quasi-connectivity. Or did you actually see a bug report that said that? I'm pretty sure it has always been considered a bug, but removing it caused too many issues. No, pretty sure it's a bug. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a bug. It doesn't make any logical sense. And like for anybody to just understand how to use that from what's given in the game is pretty much impossible. You kind of have to learn how to use quasi connectivity to your advantage from tutorials and stuff. We are so close to seeing if this conveyor belt continues to push this over. I'm very excited. And I'm still recording this. It's just not as cheaty as duping to be a priority to fix. That's very true. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really... The only people it hurts are the people who want to use it on Bedrock. It only hurts things in terms of a parity. Which, to me, I like the idea that they try and bring more and more stuff into parity. And quasi-connectivity would be a good one to do. By either... I don't think they can take it away from us. They have to figure out how to give it to Bedrock players. And there's another chunk. Right? Yeah. I did not realize that was a sodium thing. I'm very curious to turn sodium off later and try that. Okay, all of my sand's going underneath here. Oh god, this is gonna be a mess. All of these like weird crevicey nonsense things I'm gonna have to sponge out by hand. Yeah, there's no way this ocean goes away in 2 weeks with how much like by hand. Oh no, that was a mistake. Shoot. Well, we're gonna have to fix that now. Let's sleep first. I don't want mobs spawning on the conveyor belt. At least that wasn't a corner one, or else this whole thing would have been filled in. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Zoink. Okay, so we want to do that, that, and that. Why? What? No. That was weird. I don't know why that one tried to fill in. Actually, I wonder if... Hold on. If I just do this... I think the source is coming from... there. So if I do that, it should just go away. And then we can make it look clean. Not that it really matters. All of this is getting wiped out anyway, but I really just want to avoid any guardians spawning before I remove the ocean. Whee! Yoink. Okay, so if I do this... Are we good? Oh, so much better. Look at that. Look at that clean wall. That's what I'm talking about. Lovely jubbly. Don't do it again. Don't screw up again. Too much screwing up could make some really, really big problems for myself. That's strange. Oh, I see. That's the portion underwater. That's the portion above water. Do I have gamma on? Oh, I totally have gamma override on. Just so we can see what we're looking at. It's fine. Oh, we're almost there. Almost there. This is going to be such a fun time lapse. I'm looking forward to turning this into a cool time lapse. What is that? Nothing I need. Excellent. Okay, I really hope if I break this one, nothing bad should happen, right? We're good. We still get like a nice clear wall there. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I guess it's only if I do if I screw up the corner post. That's when bad things happen. If this goes away, then that creates an infinite water source. And we know what happens then. Catastrophe. I want my hoe back. Okay, let's go from this corner too. Get this corner out of the way. Lovely. And if we do here. Oh, clean corners. Oh my god, they look so good. Oh my god, this goes so far. I'm gonna have to empty all of this. What is this text message? Great. More bills. More bills. Lovely. I'm gonna need to stand over there soon just to make sure this is okay. Getting very close to needing to keep an eye on that system. Zoop. This whole wall is almost done though, which is very cool. Having one whole side of this taken care of, what do I want to call them? The machines that will clear the water are done in like 8 long sections. So I could, in theory, have different sections that go lower than other sections, which is kind of nice. So it should be a little bit more flexible with what I'm able to remove water-wise from this whole thing. So if there's an area that has like a big hill like that, although there might be a flying machine that can't get that low, the next one over can go that low. So it shouldn't be too crazy. And then I would just use sponges to clear out whatever is left after I get to whatever that overall lowest point is. Which, stack of sponges, maybe 6 or so times having to dry them out in the nether. Not awful. Not awful. Can I see from over here how high that is? Ooh, I think I'm almost there. I think I am high enough that I should probably keep an eye on this. Yes, okay. So, let's see here. So that falls there. The next one falls next to the observers, and then the one after that should activate these. And then they should continuously be activated. Now, my concern is that over time, this might actually push the blocks so they don't fall straight down, but actually like push them over a block. So I'm very curious to see if this lines up right there or if it lines up right there. Kind of an experiment. Haven't tested it from this far height. Which I guess if it... Whoa! Okay, that's the first activation. I guess if it lines up one over, eventually when this gets full, it should backtrack and start filling all those little ones in. It's coming. 1, 2, 3, and then down she goes. So it'll fire again when it gets to here. But what's great about this is I can just let this thing go and there will be minimal gaps for me to fill in. Unlike the other side where I was like chasing the conveyor belt the whole time. That was a pain. That was a huge pain trying to chase that one. Boop. Okay. 2 more and we'll see where it falls. I really hope it just goes straight down, but I guess it's not a big deal if it gets pushed out by 1. I think it's all in the timing. I have a feeling it's going to get pushed out. So the problem with this system is it's got a double activation. There was no way to keep it this tight and only do 1 single activation. But it worked the way I was hoping it would. Or I think it's going to. Okay. And there it goes. Okay, so it did go over 1. So it should have fallen here. So I left a 3 block gap. But eventually, when the pistons can't push it forward anymore, it will just fall between those gaps. So, good. There it goes. And now we let that fill up the next big slice there. So how long did that take in general? We started that at the beginning of stream. That took 1 hour and 45 minutes. Whew. And how many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 times 1 hour 45. 22 slices times 1 hour and 45 minutes is 60 plus 45. 60 plus 45 times 22. Divided by 60. So that says about 17 hours. Unless I did my math wrong. That's about 17 hours. So it was a little bit faster overall than I initially thought. which I guess is good. I guess that's good. I wonder if I should stop and start the recording again. I kind of want to let it just go all stream and see how far I got. Okay, let's... Oh, that's not water. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Good thing I activated the elytra, because that would have been very bad. I almost crashed and died. And nobody likes death. Although I did set my spawn point over here, so if something bad happened, it's not like the replay file would like jitter out. It's still over in this area. Okay, can I get under there, please? Thank you. Is it still working from over here? I can barely tell. Oh, I had an issue. Oh, I need to sleep. Definitely seems to still be working. Another thing that I didn't think about that will make it, I think, faster overall is the depth of the ocean being so variable. Some portions of this will get filled in faster than others. And I think for the most part, the terrain goes higher, not lower. So like when I'm down here, there's not that much of a distance. Oh, it still is working. I just really hope it's within replay mod range. Is it still working from here? So say I'm in this corner. I still kind of see the animation. So I guess it's still working. Okay, cool. Gravy. Who just called me? I don't know that number. Oop, that number left me voicemail. Hold on 1 second. No, thank you. Okay. So I think we could finish this wall safely. Yeah. Yep, easy enough. That's still going, so we can get this side done. I'm like really leery to like go do the other side. Did I do that too quick? No, we're okay. Because I think from over there, I will be out of range for this thing to actually keep working. Unfortunately. Oh, what time is it? Let's see here. Did they start streaming it? Wait, is that going to be a glimpse only stream? Oh, that'll be annoying. Hold on here. I was hoping that would be a Twitch stream. It does say they're streaming. Why did they show up? Interesting. So Impulse, Skiz, and Tango have started their spicy challenge stream. I kind of want to go watch it. See, I'm a content consumer first. Isn't that a problem? I like consuming content. Man. If it wasn't super sketch, I would just bring it up here and watch it. What do you want from me? I like watching content. It's enjoyable. And watching me place a bunch of sand can't be that interesting. React streamer? Never. I would be the worst React streamer ever. I don't know that I'm a fan of React streamers in general. I think I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna go watch their stream because all I'm doing is dealing with sand right now. And I think it's going to be hysterical, and I don't want to miss it. So, yeah, it's a morally gray area, I think, at least. 100%. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to go watch that stream, or at least have that on in the background while I'm doing this, because that looks like it's going to be a whole bunch of fun. We'll talk about it Monday. If you go watch it, we'll talk about it Monday, and we'll joke about how deadly the spices were. So I will see you later, Encrypted. Good luck with your farm. Send me any updates over the weekend if you get anywhere with it. So, yeah, bye for now.